In Maine, there are close to 30,000 people ages 65 and older living with Alzheimer's disease. That's according to the Maine CDC. They are supported by thousands of unpaid caregivers. As News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour reports, many say more needs to be done to match the growing needs of an aging population.
For those caring for a spouse or another loved one, there's a lot riding on the shoulders of caregivers.
Whether it's helping somebody with mobility or whether it's helping them with a meal, when you add a diagnosis like dementia, there's a lot more to it.
Susan Raychard is an occupational therapist, spending much of her time trying to answer questions for families and caregivers at the nonprofit A Place to Start in Kennebunk.
There is still a stigma that people are afraid to talk about dementia. We're getting better, but I think that is one area that really still needs some work.
Raychard and others at the nonprofit say they try to make sure people don't feel so alone after a diagnosis, but they wish they could help more people. They're among those calling for more support for caregivers and their families living with dementia or Alzheimer's disease.
People are still very hungry for greater information and local resources, and that's why we created this Educating America tour.
Traveling from state to state, the Alzheimer's Foundation of America works nationally to provide caregivers with education about the disease itself and resources offered locally.
If there's one thing we know, it's awareness, planning, and proactive education is so important.
Megan Walton of the Southern Maine Agency on Aging explains while there are grants to help families financially, it's not always enough. If passed, one bill making its way through the Maine legislature would help fund more community programming through local agencies.
Which is an opportunity for us to say, here in Maine, we know we can do better on behalf of family caregivers and older adults.
You just need somebody to be able to talk to.
After her husband's diagnosis, Ann Tillotson says she was in the dark about navigating life as a caregiver until she found a community at A Place to Start.
I tried to save that little bit of percentage to be the wife, hug him and kiss him and tell him I love him. But the rest of the time, it's always being on alert.
Finding strength from others going through the same struggle, she hopes more community support will become available for those who don't live close to existing resources.
I don't know what I'd do. We need more support.
In Kennebunk, Caroline LaCour, News Center, Maine.